I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Clint Eastwood, a legend of Hollywood. As a man who played Dirty Harry, it comes as no surprise he's not a liberal woke actor like many Hollywood actors are today. He's not afraid to speak his mind. He's spoken out against political correctness, wokeism, and the left many times in recent years. In this video, you're going to see his best and most outspoken moments.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's a movie tradesman doing out here? You know, they're all left-wingers out there, left of Lenin. At least that's what people think, but that's not really the case. There's a lot of conservative people, a lot of moderate people, Republicans, Democrats in Hollywood. It's just that conservative people, by the nature of the word itself, play a little more close to the vest, and they don't go around hot dogging it. So, but they're there. Believe me, they're there, and I just I think that, in fact, some of them around town. I saw John Voight. There's a lot of people around here in town. John's here, Academy Award winner, terrific guy. And these people are all like-minded, like all of us.
It's easy to think the whole of Hollywood, and indeed society, is full of liberals. However, like Clint Eastwood points out here, just because they make the most noise, it doesn't mean everyone thinks the same as them. Clint Eastwood is one of the most vocal Hollywood actors to speak out against political correctness.
Talk about political correctness in a new Esquire magazine interview. Here's the quotes. Everybody's getting tired of political correctness. Kissing up. That's the kiss-ass generation. I'm sorry I used that word. Yeah. Generation we're in right now. Everybody's walking on eggshells. He adds, we see people accusing people of being racist and all kinds of stuff. When I grew up, those things were not called racist.
He's absolutely right. Today, everyone feels like they're walking on eggshells. However, Clint Eastwood expressed his anti-wokeness decades ago. For example, in this famous scene from his iconic movie, Dirty Harry.
We're told to be here at 9 o'clock. We have 50 officers out there to test.
For how many vacancies?
8. We have 5 men and 3 women. Promoted to inspector out of this group.
3 women.
Do you object, Inspector?
Now, who might you be?
Oh, this is Ms. Gray of the mayor's staff. She's here to monitor these examinations. This is Inspector Callahan.
Oh, yes, I know something of Inspector Callahan. And I'd like to tell you, Inspector, it is the mayor's intention that this department be brought more into line with the mainstream of 20th century thought.
Just how does he figure to do that, Mrs. Gray?
Well, for one thing, His Honor intends to broaden the areas of participation for women in the police force.
That sounds very stylish.
The next clip is over 10 years old. It shows Clint Eastwood was indeed ahead of his time.
You're getting as bad as Biden. Of course, we all know Biden is the intellect of the Democratic Party. So it's just a kind of a grin with a body behind it, you know. It's kind of a thing. But
as we've seen from Biden's term as president, Clint Eastwood was right. He was never fit to even run for office. In the next clip, Clint Eastwood speaks out about Barack Obama's hypocrisy when he was president. It's the reason the Nobel Prize secretary revealed he regretted awarding Obama the Nobel Prize.
yeah, I know you were against the war in Iraq, and that's okay. But you thought the war in Afghanistan was okay. You know, I mean, you thought that was something that was worth doing. We didn't check with the Russians to see how they did there for the 10 years, but we did it, and it was you know, it's something to be thought about, and I think that that when we get to I think you mentioned something about having a target date for bringing everybody home. And you give that target date, and I think Mr. Romney asked the only sensible question, and he says, why are you giving the date out now? Why don't you just bring them home tomorrow morning?
Wouldn't it be great if we could send warmongering politicians to war? We'd have world peace overnight. Clint Eastwood has even done ads expressing his views against Barack Obama.
In the last few years, America's been knocked down. 23 million people can't find full-time work, and we borrow $4 billion every single day, much of it from China. When someone doesn't get the job done, you gotta hold them accountable.
He's absolutely right. Under Obama and the Democrats, the economy was a shambles. Whereas under Trump, there was more employment, a stronger economy, and the stock market was booming. Clint Eastwood also reminds us how much things have changed.
I read somewhere, or I heard an interview with you saying that being politically correct is ruining the entertainment industry or something like that.
I don't know if I said that, but I said something probably similar. I think it's dull. It's, nobody's enjoying. I grew up in a neighborhood with lots of different types of people, a lot of different nationalities, and along the way, because I moved a lot, I was born in the Depression, and so I moved a lot, and I knew a lot of people, and I always enjoyed the differences. And I think if people enjoy the differences in everybody, then they are willing to have fun with it.
Go ahead. Make my day.
I guess
We used to have fun with it. We'd insult each other and laugh and scratch with it, and it was not a bad thing. People didn't take themselves that seriously at that point in time.
Let's end things on a positive note.
they're just going to come around and beg for votes every few years, and it's the same old deal. But I just think that it's important that you realize that, and that you're the best in the world. And whether you're Democrat or whether you're a Republican or whether you're libertarian or whatever, you're the best, and we should not ever forget that. And when somebody does not do the job, we got to let them go.
As Clint Eastwood correctly points out, although politicians appear to have all the power, it's ordinary citizens who own the country, and the politicians should be working for and answering to us. To see more videos like this, please like and subscribe.